Hey, okay, sorry. YouTube was doing something new. I had to subscribe a different way. But anywho, um, so I showed you all of the cards before, and this message came even before I pulled the cards. I'm gonna put the phone down. So basically, the message was there is someone who is younger than you, and they may have been pursuing you for a while, but they're a little rough around the edges, and you've never taken them seriously. Um, you have a good time with them, like when you hang out with them, when you talk to them on the phone, and just like when y'all are together, the energy and the vibe is really great. Actually, his energy is a little higher than yours, which I don't know how the hell that can be because you're the Energizer Bunny. So I don't know what the hell he is, but okay. So, um, because this person is a little rough around the edges and they are younger, um, you don't or you haven't taken them seriously thus far. But this is not your typical quote unquote younger person. This person, like they think a lot. They think a lot of things through. Um, they hang around older people, so they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom about a lot of things. They're into being activists. They're like you would be shocked to find out the things that he is interested in, because he just doesn't come off like that type of person. But he doesn't come off like that type of person because like y'all never crossed that particular line. Now, y'all may cross some lines, or you may have crossed some lines before, but not lines kind of like on the serious side. And um, before, I think that they approached you and they were trying to be serious, but fun at the same time. Like they have two sides, and it's not Jekyll and Hyde. It's not anything bad like that, but um, it's just that the way that they kind of approached you at that time, it really wasn't necessarily a turn on for you. But whoever this is has always liked you, like they've liked you for a really long time. And um, they have wanted to see where this could go, but they have kind of sat back in the shadows and just like watched how things have unfolded. Now, while they while you were off in the shadows, seeing, doing what you were doing, I mean, they had a couple of things going on, but like nothing serious that they couldn't shut down, like immediately. And whatever it is that they had going on, like I said, it's not serious, and that's not what they want overall. Um, from that song, Home, I think that's the name of it, there was like a part in it about, I don't know the exact words, but it says something about like being able to trust or being able to depend on you in like a different type of way. They see you and they view you as that person because they know that you are not like they know that you're not on bullshit. They know that when you commit, you'll commit. You're not out for them for their money. You're not out for them for status. You're not out for them for any of those things, because that's just not what you do. And they know that. And they appreciate that. And they love that about you. Like, that's one of the things that stood out to this person, your genuineness, like you just being you, but you didn't do anything in particular. It was just your personality. So, all right. Now, I'm gonna run down the cards really quickly because I can't say that it amazes me how they all go together, because like that's what they're supposed to do. But okay, so I think that you had kind of become like hopeless perhaps about the dating scene and everything that's going on, and you're just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a break, and whatever happens happens. Okay, so now pay attention to this. Pay attention really closely. Whatever is happening is happening, and you said those words out of your mouth. Whatever is supposed to happen is supposed to happen. So keep that in mind. You can't put perimeters around things that you've asked for, because just because you asked for them one way, that's fine, but the universe may make them 100 times better than what you could ever imagine, and they show up the person that you wanted and more, but they don't show up like how you think they would show up. So I want you to pay attention to that. Okay, these two cards I'm going to come back to. So, okay, so we talked about this before. I do believe, like, you not trusting your inner self. And because you didn't trust yourself the first time, I don't know why. Well, okay, so a picture of this person is like in my mind, and I have their name, which is very ironic to me because I don't know nobody's damn name. Like, I just don't know your name. It's just like, hey, how you doing? Oh my goodness, yeah, that type of thing. So, you were not listening to your intuition, and that's a problem. You have to start listening and paying attention to your intuition, because it's giving you the message, like message, the only message. Whatever comes to your mind the first time, that's the message. It's not for you to be in your head going back and forth, like, what if? Well, okay, let me call up. No, you don't have to call up nobody. You don't have to go back and forth in your head. Whatever pops in your mind the first time is the first thing that it is. So, I think that you perhaps may have taken some advice from someone, and now you see that it wasn't the correct advice. But actually it was because the timing was off. But now, like, the timing is perfect, so that's okay. Um, you had like a lot of regret behind it, like what coulda, well, what if I would have did this, and what if I would have did that, and what if he would have said this, and what if he would have said that, and you kind of feel like you mess the storyline up, but actually you have not. Um, Let's see. Okay, so you have to allow yourself to be free. And when I say you have to allow yourself to be free, I know you're like, oh, I am free. Like, I'm not dating nobody. I'm not doing, you know, I'm available. I'm free. But deep down, you're not. Because, like, there are some things that you kind of have to deal with. And, like, some tapped into emotions that you kind of gotta get out of the way. Like you just like have to put them to rest totally. Put an end to them. The time has come for you to stop playing things over and over and over and over and over in your head. Now, I'm not saying to um, how can I say this? I'm not saying to, well, actually, I kind of am, but I'm not. So don't forget, but you have to move on. Um, and you're kind of stuck in one position. Even though you think that you've moved on, but you have not. And how I'll tell you that is that as I pull the cards, like the death card, which just symbolizes things that you have not put to rest yet, came out in reverse. So I know you're like, well, what haven't I put to rest? What am I holding on to? Um, okay. Do, 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 do. Um, okay, so it's kind of like you think that if you don't hold whatever it is that's emotionally blocking you at the forefront, that it's the wrong thing to do. Like, I always have to remember, I always have to do this, I always have to do that. And that's perfectly fine. But the way that you're kind of moving about it is keeping you stagnant a lot. Um, it's like just interfering with everything. It's interfering with your creativity. It's interfering with your money. It's interfering with the way that you, like, it's interfering with your willpower. It's interfering basically just in your mind. And it's interfering even more because we're in the house now. It's COVID. Okay, yeah. you still go out, but you don't go out as much as you used to. So you have a lot of time on your hands to think about a lot of things. But while you're thinking about them, it's like you have to heal from them. And when I say heal from them, um, there are some things that I don't know what they are. You know, but you just have to forgive and move on. Like you have to be honest with yourself, and that's completely fine for you to be honest with yourself. And to go deep into your emotions and just to think back and bring things to the surface. I know that we like to suppress things, and that's kind of like, how we live our lives. Okay, this happened, I'm just going to push it to the side. But that is blocking you in so many ways that you just would not believe. Let's see. The people that you have given your energy to try to make something out of something, those people have never been worthy of you or what you have been trying to make for them. And that's kind of playing into, it's kind of like playing into everything. Like, because you are such a good person genuinely, and you want to be in a relationship, like you want to be in the family type thing, like we all do, you start doing it too early. Not only do you start doing it too early, but you're doing it too early to the wrong people. So, because you're horny. Like, you're horny all the damn time. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we're getting older, we're a little hypersexual. That's great. But, you gotta kind of calm that down a little bit. Not that I'm saying to stop. When the right person comes, then, that's good. But your sex drive is stopping a lot of things from coming in as well, because we as women, we already know that we are emotional beings. We just don't normally run out and have one night stands with, X, Y, and Z. Normally, the people that we sleep with, they mean something. So, you get sucked in. It's like into a vortex, and you have no self-control over what's going on, because the sex is good and you kind of get pulled in by that each and every time. And a lot of times you confuse love with lust, and like lust with sex, and the passion and everything that goes in there. Okay, those are things that you do when we're having sex. But it doesn't go any place outside of that. And because it doesn't go where you want it to go, you get disappointed. And that's kind of why you are like, well, fuck this. it's not working out on my behalf. I'm just gonna stop, and whatever is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So stay with me. Um, let's see. So, okay, deep down inside, like mentally, from everything that has happened, and maybe like everything that you have dealt with within people in like quote unquote relationships, has made you not have respect for men. And when I say that, that means that nobody, okay, because your daddy held, like, he was at the top. It can't get any better than that, than your father at the top. There's no one that has come along that has even made it halfway. Like, in this thing that you got going on. Um, so that has caused you to kind of change your view on men and dating and relationships and honesty and trust and love and all of these different things, because people have thrown around words that they don't have no clue about what the fuck they mean. It just sounds right at the time. Oh, well, I think I should say I love you now. Okay, so now you in your mind are thinking, oh, okay, they love me, because when people generally say they love me, that's what they do. They love me. But the people who are saying that, or who have said that in the past, have not met the standard of where your dad is. Let's see. Yep, like I said before, your sex drive has caused you to do one too many experiments with whomever. And it's like, it's nothing wrong with that, but right now you're trying to get to a different level, so that kind of has to stop if it hasn't already. Because what's happening is that because your sex drive is so high, you are causing people, not people, but like, a man to view you in the light that they actually should be viewing you in, because you're so hypersexual. So it kind of X's out any chance for anything else to become real, because it's entered into as, in their mind, a sexual relationship. But as the time goes on, you're like, oh, well, what are we doing? XYZ, ZYX. And they're like, well, you knew what it was from the beginning. And you're like, no, I didn't know what it was from the beginning. I thought that, XYZ, and that kind of puts you into a mood. It kind of puts you back over here with the hopelessness and the you kind of feel like you always are put into a trick bag. Like, you're like, if I could just see the future, if I could just see what's going on, if I could just see who's there for me. Well, in order for you to do that, you got to clear out a whole bunch of things because you have too many things going on in your mind. So even though the perfect person for you is here, like literally, he's here, like he's sitting in my head. It's kind of fucking creepy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like he's sitting in my head and he's waiting to pop out, but he can't pop out at you because you have you got too much going on. Okay, so I'm going to show you these cards again, and I want you to take note of this. So you got one card up, one card down, one card up, whoa, one card down, one card up, one card up, one card up, one card up, one card down, one card up, one card down, one card up, one card up. So I don't necessarily want you to pay attention to the words that were on the card, but the way that you're operating is it's not balanced, and it's not balanced, and you are not centered. And before anything can go forward, and this person that's sitting in my head can get the fuck out, because I'm not really on this, like, what the fuck again? But yeah, you have to balance things out for yourself. Now, let's go back to this man. This man may have tried to approach you before, but because you weren't following your first mind or like your gut feeling, your intuition, you let someone talk you out of it because you were sharing the story with multiple people, and you also were sharing your concerns with multiple people. When, let's back up, you should have been sharing your concerns with that person, because that is the only person who can address your concerns, like in real time, and tell you what's going on in their mind. I mean, everybody else is like, well, maybe, and perhaps, and no. If you talk to the person, they will tell you X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X. Yeah, there are some women, but I can cut it off. It's not a big deal. I've always liked you. I've always wanted to be with you. Like, that's the gist of this message. Gotta charge it. iPhone doesn't like me, but okay. So that's like the gist of the message. Don't be fooled by appearance. Don't be fooled by what you think in your head. Like you gotta clear that out. You gotta get rid of it, because that's blocking you from going forward. And through all of this, like, you've learned a lot. So you take what you've learned and you apply it. This person is looking, I don't know if I said this before, but this person is looking for someone that he could come in the house and he could get $10,000 to, and 3 weeks later, he comes back. It might be $9,990, but because but whatever. But the money is not going to be gone. It's going to be there. They trust you with what they have. And because they trust you with what they have, that's kind of where you come in to help to catapult things forward. And I know this must sound contradictory, like it sounds contradictory. However, the way that the relationship will be with this person, it's not going to be like any relationship that you've been in before. So it's going to feel different, and you'll think differently about it. And you'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what, we're supposed to be doing. And here's the other thing. You are going to be waiting on the ball to drop. The ball is not going to drop. But what we think happens. So if you continue to think that in your mind, like this is too good to be true, then guess what will happen? It'll be too good to be true when actually that's your person, right? They're tired of being and doing what they're doing, and they want to settle down, and they don't have a problem with commitment. As far as that song that I played with, like the Hello, how he kind of talked about leaving out the room and leaving my phone, and I don't want to go half in, I want to go all in. That's what this is going to be. Let me see. Oh, stop fighting yourself. Whatever anybody thinks, if he's 21, it doesn't matter. People come in all shapes, sizes, age ranges. It doesn't matter. If the person is there and they make you happy, no, he's not going to be 21 though, but I'm just saying, if the person is there and they make you happy and they have demonstrated that they can provide for you, they have demonstrated their loyalty to you, they have demonstrated their desire to be with you, like legit, like you don't have to call them over to ask them questions like, what are we doing? How do you feel about me? Because you'll already know, because they'll start telling you that from the beginning. And that's when you're going to say in your mind, this ain't real. Like, I'm just waiting on it to. Don't do that. Listen to me. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. So what if they are 21? I don't know why I keep saying 21 as like a number, but maybe that means something. But so what? Because of their age. It doesn't matter. Actually, it's better for you because they're hypersexual and so are you. So bam, that makes like the perfect connection. And I want you to kind of think about it like this. Even though the person may be younger, and I said that they do hang around people who are older than them, they have had a lot, like a shit ton of life experiences who have put them way before their age. Throw age out the window. Throw it out. Who cares? Nobody cares. You don't care. He don't care. So if y'all don't care, fuck what anybody else thinks. If, y'all are together and everything is solid. Stop thinking about age. Stop thinking about tradition. Stop thinking about all of that and allow yourself to love and allow yourself to freely be in this relationship, because that is what they're going to do with you. Like when I say it's going to be totally different, it's going to be totally fucking different. Like they'll call you on the phone, like open the door. And you'll be like, for what? Because I'm outside. Oh, well, you didn't tell me you was coming over. What? I just thought I'd come over and kick it. I bought some food, and it's just going to be different. Like you'll know your place and he'll know his place, and it will move quickly, and it will move how it's supposed to move. Now, let me tell you this. So, I don't think that I've had to, maybe not, but with this person, potentially, I know even though you exited out, like, hell no, I'm too old for this, like, okay, I'm just dear. No, you could be mommy. Don't count that out in your head, even though if they have not happened before, this is the time with this person. So just allow yourself to be free and to float into everything that you deserve. So now, let's recap. You gotta let go of thinking that the boogeyman is gonna come out, because he's not there. He's not coming. You cannot hold prejudices from the past over to this relationship, even though you may think that you're not, kind of like in your mind, it's like embedded. You have to get rid of that. Absolutely, you have to get rid of that. Otherwise, this person that's sitting in my head is like ready to jump out. He's not gonna jump out, and I want him to jump the fuck out, like literally. Like I said, it's kind of creepy. Yeah, I not kind of, but I want him to be gone. I want him to come and physically be with you, so he can mentally and metaphorically get out of my damn head. Let me see. So, okay, basically, to wrap this up in a nutshell, you have to change. Everything that you was doing, throw that shit in the garbage and do the absolute, complete opposite of that, because that will be the right thing. Like I said, your energy is gonna match each other, and it's just going to be magnetic. Age and all of that, let it go. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a number. And I know that sounds cliche, but it is. It's just a number. They're going to make you happy. They're going to do everything that you wanted to be done. Let the age factor go. Let it go. Let it go. And let it go. Because you have to start living for today. Like I said earlier, you are living in the past, kind of, and you have to pull yourself from the past into the present so that you can move forward. And you have to figure out how, like, you got to do that. That's in a way that's comfortable for you. But until you do, like I said, this person that's this person that's chilling in my head that I so desperately want to get rid of, it's not going to come out. And I actually have their name, and I actually have a picture of them, which makes it even the fucking creepier. But okay, so those are the things that you have to do, and you have to work on. Oh, okay, and this is the last one. Regret and blaming yourself for whatever, you have to let that shit go too. I think that you're kind of in the process of maybe trying to let that go, but we've all done things that we regret, but it only counts as like a learning experience. Like, this is going to be so awesome until it's like y'all are gonna be, and I know this sounds like it's coming from a movie or something like that, but it's like y'all are gonna be each other's air. Like, you don't want him to go, he doesn't want you to go. It's going to be that, and I'll tell you why. Because forever, that is what you have wanted. That is what you have asked for. That is what you have thought of continuously. So now, the universe and, the people who are within have granted your wish. But like I said, it can't come out because you have to do like some shadow work. And when I say shadow work, I mean like you gotta get down to the nitty gritty. I don't know, maybe get a journal. I don't know if you do journal, but perhaps work backwards. Like, I don't know. But however you gotta do it, you have to do it, and not just say, oh, okay, well, I wrote some things down and I'm clean on post. No. Excuse me. No. That's not how it works. Not that I'm saying that you're supposed to be sitting in a corner somewhere suffering, but it's going to take a little more than what you think it's going to take to break free. And however you have to do that. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice. I can't remember that time I lost my voice, so I guess that means to shut the fuck up. So, I will chat with you later. Let me know how this is. Okay, bye.